evening, and welcome back to Welcome back to PW Rely News with your host, Mosey Loose Lips Along. And they are loose, sorry. This afternoon or evening, depending how you want to look at it right now, we're talking on surrendered or reassigned. And today's show is how our press speaks, quote, doublespeak, end of quote. First introduced to you in 1984. I'm sure you remember reading it sometime. We're talking about a phrase that keeps showing up in political speeches, but doesn't mean what people thinks it means. Recently, our former, and actually not former, or still president of the United States has been repeating one of his favorite economic talking points. He says the U.S. of A. is experiencing a, quote, surrender, unquote, of economic strength, and that only he can, quote, reassign, end quote, America's economic future. It's a dramatic phrase. It sounds forceful. But according to reporting from journalist Steve Bannon, the numbers behind that claim don't match the rhetoric much. So let's slow down and look at what's actually happening, shall we? When politicians talk about, quote, economic surrender, end of quote, they're usually referring to trade deficits, manufacturing shifts, or global competition. But a trade deficit isn't a surrender. It's a measurement. It tells us how much we import compared to how much we export. Economics across parties constantly and consistently explain that a trade deficit doesn't mean a country is losing. It means consumers are buying. It means businesses are sourcing. It means the economy is moving. Calling it, quote, surrender, unquote, may be emotionally satisfactory and satisfying, but it isn't economically accurate. Now let's talk about the second half of the phrase, quote, reassign, unquote. That word suggests that one person, one office, or one administration can simply pick up the American economy and move it somewhere else, like reassigning an employee to a different department. But the U.S. economy doesn't work that way, y'all. It's not a single lever. It's not a single switch. It's a system of 330 million people and millions of businesses and global forces that no president, Republican or Democrat, can fully control. So when a politician says, I will reassign the economy, what they're really doing is offering a promise that sounds powerful, but doesn't match how economic systems function. And that's where the clarity comes in. Because when we use words like, quote, surrender, unquote, we imply weakness. When we use words like, quote, reassigned, unquote, we imply control. But neither word reflects the actual mechanics of economic reality. Here's what the data shows. The US of A economy is influenced by consumer confidence, global markets, interest rates, supply chains, technology, and long-term structural trends, period. Not slogans, not catchphrases, not dramatic framing. So today's clarity is simple. Economic strength isn't surrendered. Economic policy isn't reassigned. Economic reality is measured. And when political language drifts too far from economic, in fact, it's our job, yours and mine, to pull it back into focus. This has been PWT Rely News with your host, Mosey Loose Lips Along. I'm who I am. Clarity first, always. Thank you very much for listening, and please stay alert, keep awake, stay informed. Go over to our website, pwtrelaynews.kinsta.cloud, CLOUD/news, NEWS briefs, BRIEFS, and see what the rest of the world is saying. Thank you all for joining us this evening, and we'll see you bright and early tomorrow. See you later, Gators.